Good afternoon. I'm Rocky Capozzi, and on behalf of Alaska Public Media and the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation, welcome to Hangar Flying. Our guest this afternoon is usually sitting in this seat. It's our own Mary O'Connor. Mary is the manager of the Aviation Safety Research Program at the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. Most of us just refer to that as NIOSH. NIOSH recently released a new training set of training material for commercial pilots about preventing fatigue. And so I'd like to start with a simple question. This morning I got out of bed. I was pretty tired. What's the difference between being tired and being fatigued?
Well, that's a good question. And a lot of the times, being tired contributes to fatigue because maybe you didn't get enough sleep or the quality of sleep that you got was poor. So that would contribute to fatigue. Okay. And fatigue is a general lack of alertness, which may or may not come from too little sleep. It causes a degradation in mental and physical performance. Got it.
So obviously this is a big interest with your department, and why are the pilots in Alaska, why should they be concerned about fatigue? Why particularly here?
In general, fatigue plays a part in up to 20% of transportation accidents. But specifically in Alaska, the conditions here are extremely challenging for pilots. A lot of operators have summer months where they make the majority of their income. So it may be just May through September when pilots are working. So there's a lot of pressure on them to get out and work. The long hours of daylight in the summer can make it really challenging to get adequate sleep. A lot of activities are going on, so there may be temptation to go fishing on the Kenai or play softball till late hours and not realize how late it is and that people do need to get to sleep.
Sure, that makes perfect sense. I know, we like to take advantage of the nice weather when we have it. So what are some of the red flags that people or pilots and maybe pilots' co-workers can look for to indicate that there's a fatigue issue?
Well, some things that people might pay attention to are the time of day. If you know that you're a morning person or a night person, know that you might not be operating at your best, your peak performance, if you're at the opposite time of day that is best for you. The amount of time awake can affect people, and the amount of sleep, like we just talked about. People's circadian rhythms can get a little bit confused. So pilots who might be commuting from the lower 48 who are on a time schedule that's 4 hours ahead, maybe it's going to take a little bit more time for them to catch up with their circadian rhythms. The time on task can also affect pilots. So if you know that you've got a long day and you're going to be flying either long flights and sitting there for several hours, or if you're going to be having many, many short flights, you want to pay attention and try and prevent fatigue as you can. Some ways that you might be able to do this are making sure that you're adequately watered and you're hydrated, and having food also helps, being at a comfortable temperature, and being able to maybe talk to coworkers or air traffic control or even talking on the radio to company can help relieve some of those bits of boredom which can lead to fatigue.
It's interesting. Here's an off-the-wall question. I used to fly a very loud airplane when I was a young captain in the Air Force, and I found flying in that airplane made me tired, particularly if I was sitting in the back seat right between the props. Is there a relationship between noise level and fatigue as well?
Yes, physiological stressors do add to fatigue, and those can be things like you just said, noise, temperature, vibration. A lot of helicopter pilots that we talk to experience fatigue just from the vibrations of the helicopter, right. So that might be more fatiguing. Some other issues include preventing fatigue by wearing noise-canceling headsets. That is a recommendation that we heard from a lot of pilots when we did focus group discussions.
Sure, makes sense. I own some now, and I wished I'd always had them. Mary, you brought something with you today. Did you want to tell us about?
Sure. Our training that we have developed is available on CD, and it is also available to download online. And the easiest way to find it is to Google NIOSH Aviation, or you can go to aviation@cdc.gov and request a copy of the CD.
Well, thank you. It's been great talking to you today. I hope to continue our discussion of fatigue in another session. So to our audience, thanks for joining us. Blue skies and tailwinds. See you next time.